Hello, welcome. It's Phil Morse here live in the Digital DJ Tips studio, and today we're talking about DJ desks, DJ workstations, DJ tables, the kind of thing like I was showing you in the background there. This is a type of DJ workstation, DJ desk, which we're going to talk about in a minute, but also this is a type of DJ workstation or DJ desk that I'm standing at now. I'm going to talk about this as well, and lots of other types too. So if you're in the market for buying a DJ desk or a DJ table, if you do not want to use your ironing board or anything else, and it's time that you bought something proper to put your DJ gear on, that's what we're going to talk about today. And I've got 5 types to share with you. So as ever, if you enjoy this, please do hit the share buttons, but more importantly, hang about till the end, because we'll answer your questions and you can share your thoughts on this. And it's best to do so on Facebook. We're live on Facebook, YouTube and Twitch, but on Facebook, your comments remain with the video afterwards. So we can still answer them even if you ask them when you've watched the recording, or if we don't get around to answering your questions or speaking to you live on the show. So that's what it's all about. We are live for about half an hour, and we do this because we love to help for free. We are the world's biggest DJ school, with DJs like Jazzy Jeff, Layback Luke, DJ Angelo, and many others who produce training for us. That's what we do. We sell DJ training. But every week we go live with a free show on a Tuesday and a free Any Questions show on a Thursday. So this is the Tuesday show where we pick a topic and we talk about it. And today we're talking about DJ desks and DJ consoles. Right, so why bother with getting yourself a DJ desk like this one here, rather than just spending your money on more DJ gear or music or whatever? Well, it's a very good reason for doing so. And in fact, there's 2 good reasons for doing so. The first one is your back. Honestly, man, if I could take back some of the stuff I've done to my back and my neck and my shoulders over the years hunching over DJ gear, I really would. I don't think I'll ever have my back as it was when I was 20 again, and I put a lot of that down simply to hunching over DJ gear like we've got here. You know, this desk here is perfect. This is just the right height for me, but I learned the hard way, and I was DJing on tables, like dining room tables and so on, for a long time, like a computer desk. I remember my first gear was set up on a computer desk, and it's no good for you. Now, you can put the box that your DJ gear came in underneath your DJ gear and put your gear on top. That is far better than putting it directly on a table. But if you want to save your back, you need something that's kitchen work surface, at least kind of height. And so that's what you're looking for. That's the first reason. But the second reason, and I think probably the biggest reason, honestly, is that if your DJ gear is set up permanently, you're far more likely to use it. There's nothing more annoying than having to set up to do something. You know, you get an idea for a mix and you're getting your gear out and you're clearing everything else away and you're putting it in place and you're checking it's all right with everyone to do that because someone else might need the table. Nah. You want it set up permanently. So to set it up permanently, you're going to need a corner of a room or whatever, but you're also going to need a desk where it lives, right? So that's why this is such a good idea if you're serious about your hobby of DJing, to get yourself a DJ desk of some type or a workstation, whatever you want to call it, to set your gear up on. Okay, so if I've convinced you that we need one, now let's talk about the 5 main types of DJ desk. I've had every single type in my life. I've got 2 of them in the office with me here today. 3 actually, if you count the one in the distance, which will all become clear when we talk about it. And one of these will be right for you. So the first one I want to talk about is the one that I've been showing you off camera over here, which is this one here. This is what I call the portable DJ table. Now, the reason this is portable is quite simple, because if I move some of the gear off here, I can start to show you what this does. It all folds up. I can do the same on the other side, and then the whole thing folds flat, and then it can be wheeled because it's quite heavy, and then put in the back of your car, put on the bottom of your trunk, and then everything else can go on top of it. It's like a flat flight case when it's all folded up. This is actually made by a company called UDG, and we've got a review of this over on the website, which I can show you which I can show you where to get to in a little bit. In fact, it's not quite live yet, but it will be soon. If you're watching the recording, then that will be live. Just go to our reviews section on digitaldjtips.com and click on the accessories section, and you'll see that table reviewed. But it's really nice the way it all folds up. So I've got some photos of it I can show you here. This is it from the front. You can see it's got a facade on it, which makes it all nice and neat. And there's another view from the front without the gear on. You can see the holes that are there to help you tidy all your cables up. And there's the same desk from the back. So really nice looking kind of table. There's lots and lots of designs like this out there, but essentially they're portable tables. They fold up, but when they're undone, they're good for putting your gear on, and as you can see from the one behind me, they'll very easily fit on the kind of equipment that you see on any DJ desk. This one here, that one over there, you know, all the usual stuff. So that's the portable DJ desk. The plus points of a portable DJ desk, you can use the same desk at home that you use when you go out and gig. You don't need to think about a second one there. Minus points, I guess probably the fact that it probably would look a bit weird in your house. You know, if it was in your living room, look a bit industrial. Maybe not so bad if you've got a room for your studio, but maybe not the most attractive piece of domestic furniture in the world. So that's the portable DJ desk. If you've just joined us, we're talking about 5 different ways that you can get your DJ gear set up permanently and at the right height and properly, so that you're not taking over the kitchen table or doing your back in with your long mixing sessions every time you want to use your DJ gear. That's what we're talking about today. And so the second way of doing this is to use, it's basically to hack off the shelf furniture. So by hacking off the shelf furniture, I mean stuff like the kind of gear that we see people using from Ikea, right? We've all seen DJs using those Ikea desks where they've got, you know the one I mean, that's just kind of like divided up, white desk, and it's divided up into different record size compartments, a bit like I've got the music up here as well. In fact, this is an Ikea desk I've got behind me, thinking about it, so you know exactly what I mean. This is a very big, this isn't a desk, this is a shelf, but you know, the ones that stop about here, you see DJs using them all the time and hacking bits together to basically make a DJ desk that's the right height, but out of stuff that wasn't designed for DJs in the first place. And now, actually, quite interestingly, Ikea has just released a dedicated DJ version of this. We just wrote it up on Digital DJ Tips today, and in fact, it was what inspired us to talk about this today. So they've kind of like come full circle with this and done one just for DJs. But the idea of taking furniture that you can buy in any furniture store and hacking it together in order to make yourself a DJ desk is the second one of our solutions to this problem. The plus points of this, it's going to look nice in a domestic situation, probably not very expensive. Minus points, not very portable, right? I wouldn't want to take that thing behind me or even the smaller version of it out with me just to set my DJ gear up on. Once it's set up and that's it. But very, very popular to hack together gear from places like that. The third type of desk, and I can't show you this one, although we've got one here because it's off camera in the background, is the sit stand desk. Now, what I can show you actually is a one that we reviewed that does exactly this, which is this one here. It's by a company called Glorious, and it's called the Vintage Music Station. Now, these kind of desks can be set, and this one's very nice because, as you can see, if I zoom in on that picture, it's got room for records and a laptop and stuff. These kind of desks are nice because they are designed so that you can stand up at them, because when you're DJing, you definitely want to be stood up, right? You don't want to be sat down. But also you can sit down at them because, you know, stand-up desks were all the rage for a while, and then everyone realized actually they quite wanted to sit down again. So then these sit-down ones came out. And they're great, especially for DJ producers, because if you're producing, you don't want to be stood there performing. You want to be sat down, going through your kick drum noises, playing with the arrangements of your song, basically working on your productions in a comfortable chair. But when you want to DJ, you want it to be the right height. Well, if you get a sit-stand desk that can adjust between the two heights, then you get the best of both worlds. Now, this one here, actually, the legs screw on. An extra bit of leg screws on, so you have to be like kind of in the mood to adjust it. You can't just do it at the press of a button. But you can get ones that work at the press of a button, but they cost more, of course. So the plus points of this kind of desk is you get one desk that will do both things in your home at least. The minus points, if you want to get one that's easy to move up and down, then it is going to cost you a bit more to have that advantage. Now, the fourth type of desk, and I've got an example of it here that I want to show you that I've always loved, I've always lusted over, is what I call the lifestyle desk. You know, DJing has become a hobby for people, and when you've got a hobby, there's people with a lot of money in that hobby, and those kind of people need products. And one of the companies that makes products for people with a lot of money who want really cool DJ gear is the one I'm going to show you now. Look at this DJ desk here. It's by a company called Hoa Board. I don't know if I've pronounced that right. But basically, what you're looking at here is a designer DJ console. And this company build them to order. They'll do it exactly how you want, make it, you know, exactly what you desire. They're absolutely incredible, right? I mean, look at some of the design going on in these particular DJ desks. These are great if you are someone who is equipping your dream DJ studio or your living room with some decks and you want it to look absolutely stunning, incredible. But don't expect much change from, you know, insert four-figure sum here. These are not cheap. So lifestyle desks are amazing if you're in that bracket. It's your hobby, or you've made a lot of money from DJing, or you're just rich and you want something that really turns heads in your living room, but it's utterly unnecessary. And that brings me on to the fifth type of DJ desk, which I call the custom built desk. Now, you might think, custom built? Well, that's going to be expensive, right? There's absolutely no reason that a custom-built DJ desk has to be expensive. I wish I had a photo of my first DJ desk and my second and my third, because every time I moved house as a 20-something-year-old renting rooms, I used to build another one of these, or my friend Chris used to help me. Thanks, Chris. We used to buy a plank of wood, 6x4, 6x2 wood, I think, from a wood merchant, and we used to buy some struts of timber, and we used to saw it off, and we used to put the wood on the wall and use the timber to support it. And it used to cost, I don't know, £50, which is like $70 maximum to build one of these. It was custom built for me. I used to have the holes where I wanted. It looked like it was custom built out of wood I'd gone and bought from a timber merchant. But the point is, this was not expensive and it was custom built for me. So you can easily and cheaply build your own DJ desks. Now, the one you're looking at here, sorry, not that one there, this one here is one that has been designed for us here at Digital DJ Tips and custom built for us. We got these built by a furniture designer, and yes, they cost a little bit more, but this is just the right height. It's got all the bits where I want it. If I move this out of the way, you can see I've got my holes for my wires and stuff. It's branded for Digital DJ Tips, so that's what it looks like from the front, to show you a little photo of that there. And around the back, I've got all my places for wires and for all the broadcast equipment and so on. But look, this one here costs, I don't know, £900, which is not cheap. But if you compare it to some of the other ones we've looked at, you know, the extra you're paying to get exactly what you want, it's actually quite good value. So the pros of this is you can really get something that's going to last. This is going to last. It's built with incredible wood and so on. It's going to last longer than me. But the downside is you've got to find someone to build it who you trust, who's going to do a good job, and you have to then wait. You know, if you want it today, well, that's not going to be good, because you'll be waiting. I think we waited 6 weeks or something to get ours. You know, we've got these in more than one of our studios nowadays. But that's the other option. So we've covered kind of like 5 options here of DJ desks. You've got your portable option, you got your off-the-shelf hack, like the Ikea type stuff, sit-stand desks, which are very good if you're a producer and a DJ, lifestyle stuff where money's no object, and custom-built stuff where you have got the money to build something that will fit a space, or that's exactly what you want. And it doesn't have to be expensive, especially if you build it yourself, of course. There's really only one other thing that I think is important for me to point out while we're chatting about this. And the first thing is that you've got to be careful to get the height right. I mean, let me tell you this with no further ado. It's really, really important to get that height right, because if you don't get the height right on your DJ desk, you will get backache, and that will kind of like get rid of the whole point of making them in the first place. We have an article over on Digital DJ Tips called What's the Right Height for a DJ Desk? So you can go and search for that. Now let me give you a tip on Digital DJ Tips. Let's say you've arrived on the Digital DJ Tips website. If you click into the top corner on the little magnifying glass and type, for instance, in this instance, height, and search, that article should appear. There we go, it's the first one there. What's the right height for a DJ desk? So we've got about 5,000 articles here, so do go and have a look there for not only this but for anything else. And we talk you through the right height, and we talk you through how people have built desks like this. There's more information there about this kind of thing too, including getting your laptop at the right height, something people don't think of. Now, a few people want to know about the desk that I've been talking about in the background here, the one that I can never get the camera to show properly. I think it was that camera there. No, see, I told you I can never get it to show properly. This one here is the UDG table. We're reviewing this at the moment, so there will be a written review of this on the website coming up soon. And today we've talked about those 5 types of table. There's also going to be an article that covers all 5 types with links. So I'll give you links to that posh one there. I'll give you links to the sit-stand tables and to the new IKEA one and things like that. Although you can actually read about the new IKEA one over on the Digital DJ Tips website right now. Just head to Digital DJ Tips. At the time of recording this, it's the top article, and it's a really cool table. They designed it with Swedish house mafia, and we've got some photos there of what it looks like, kind of set up in a DJ studio as well and stuff like that. So do go and take a little look at that one if you want. So that's today's Tuesday Tips Live. If you are tuning in and watching the recording, you can go now. Thank you for joining us. But you might want to hang around anyway, and especially if you're live, you might want to hang around, because now, as ever, we go to the floor, if you like, because I've got comments that have been coming in ever since we started doing this recording, and we're just going to spend the next 10 minutes or so chatting about this stuff with you guys and girls. So hello everyone who's patiently waiting to say hello and to share your thoughts on DJ desks, DJ workstations and so on. Hi to Mixmaster G and Feel the Surge, Charlie, M System. Fricked Up says, I made it into the stream for once. Well, I'm glad about that. Hello to David and Scott and Mac. Hello to Benedict, nice to see you, and Barry Pook, and to Chris. The right desk can be a back saver, says Chris. I agree completely with you there as well. Hello to Positive T on Twitch, and who says the fact that the comments remain under the video afterwards may be the only good thing about Facebook. Well, I don't think any of us are the biggest fans of Facebook, are we? It's a bit like Microsoft Word. It's there, we have to use it. I think that's enough said. So the right desk does indeed save your back, says Mac. Yeah, something I learned the hard way. Another thing actually I learned the hard way was wearing headphones badly hurts your shoulders. So while we're talking about hurting yourself with DJ gear, so I used to wear my headphones like this, right? And then I'd put them on one ear and I'd put my shoulder like that, and I'd be listening to the monitor with the other ear. And I did this probably for 15 years, 1, 2, 3, 4 times a week. And I'm still stiff in my shoulders and neck, and I'm sure it's all come from that. So don't do it, people. Digressing slightly there, but anyway. So comments, people, about DJ desks and DJ stands. Lots of you are just pleased to be here live. Thank you for that, Potter B. I purchased a desk, says Ronnie Zimmerman, with an adjustable height. When I want to sit down, I sit down. When I want to stand, I raise the desk. IKEA, again, have got some really good ones with like the same kind of hydraulic adjustment that you get on those office chairs. And they are very, very good as well. David says, I learned the hard way and I ended up needing physio on my back. Oh God, I've had physios on my back for years now. I know exactly what you mean there, David. And so hello to DJ Ginormous in Billstown, who says, it's a glorious morning. The Ruckus says, I like the texture of that portable table. Again, shall we see if I can get the correct camera on the portable table? I think it might be that one there. No, I'm never going to get that right. Yes, it's kind of a honeycombed little hexagons. It's plywood with this kind of veneer on it. It's actually a very, very nicely built table indeed, this UDG one. I do like it, I have to say. Thank you for that. A few of you are saying thank you for doing some of the reviews and stuff you've been doing recently. You're welcome. Do you recommend having a second table, says DJ Pac-Man, permanently set up? So it's separate from your gigging table. Right now I'm using a lifetime folding table and I break it down each time I have a gig. Well, you know, I think if you break it down and you take it to your gig and when you get home you set it up again and so your gear is set up again, you know, it's just the extra time to set your gear up. If you don't bother, if you leave your table folded up and your gear on the floor, then probably worth having a separate table. It depends how often you gig, I suppose. If you don't gig very often, then probably having one table for the both. But if you're gigging 4 times a week, it's probably a bit annoying to have to keep taking your table down and putting it up just in order to do that. So I think really it's down to the number of times you play a week, I'd say, really would be the answer to that one. Thank you very much for that. Jacob says, I'm planning to build a proper furniture for the living room, but my wife must approve it first. So there are some discussions ahead. Well, hopefully we've given you some ideas here. And do look out for the article where we kind of will link to some of the really good looking tables that we've been sharing here today as well. Hello, Dr. Clara on Twitch, who says, oh, nice topic. Maybe Phil will show us the table furniture he showed a couple of years ago, says the Ruckus. That was in our old studio. We don't actually have that knocking around anymore, I'm afraid. I've got my Prime 4, says DJ Ginormous, in a flight case on a table, which gives me the perfect height. But without the flight case, I find that yoga blocks will lift it nicely. Good idea. Really, it doesn't matter how you do it. We used to use, when I DJ'd in bars where they always just had a bar table, right? So that's too low. They used to just get 2 beer crates out. We'd put 2 beer crates on the table, then we'd put a white sheet or black sheet over and put the DJ gear on top of that. So immediately your DJ gear is at the right height. Anything will do. Like I say, the box that your gear comes in will do. It's better than bending over your gear. You know, if your elbows are not almost at right angles when you're DJing at a table, then it's too low. That's probably the best way of looking at it. Ian says, this is a handy subject for me. I'm looking for a new table for my DJ room at home. The one I have is too low. So my advice there is do something about that now before you buy a new table. Just put anything on there, Ian, to save your back. Lots of you giving votes for sit-stand tables. Any other comments then about this? I mean, I can see lots coming in here, so thank you for that. DJ Rohan C4 do a great home console. Yes, that's the name I've heard as well. Alex, I finally built my own at home with 2x4s and plywood. Fast Set USA says KX Matrix on Twitch is a good place to look for this kind of thing. Well, I'm assuming that is to do with tables, and you're not just spamming the hell out of our feed. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt there. Thank you. I use a workbench from Home Depot, $99, says Timothy, with an additional plywood top to accommodate CDJs. So that sounds very good. Sounds like you built something there that's going to work for you. People, one final tip. If you're using a flight case, put the top down first and the controller on top to add some height. Yes, I agree completely. If you've got a flight case that's got a lid, then that's exactly what I would recommend you do. Take the lid completely off, put the lid on the table, then put the bottom on the lid. And as long as you can get that nice and stable, that will give you the extra height as well. Again, it's a good tip if you're DJing in pubs and bars and so on. So today we've been looking at DJ desks, and the reason we've been looking at DJ desks or DJ tables is that, oh yes, I gave you the benefit of the doubt and I was right. Fast Set is a musician's table. I clicked through to check your link there. Thank you very much for sharing that. And as we can see here, this looks like a really good solution. It's kind of like a posh ironing board, isn't it? Very posh ironing board. I like the look of this. So there we go. One of the best bits about these lives is that we get stuff that we weren't expecting to share with you at the beginning by the end. And this is something new that we didn't know about, the Fast Set table. And this is at the URL fastsetusa.com. We've been talking about DJ tables. The reason we've been talking about DJ tables is Ikea, along with Swedish House Mafia, have just released a dedicated table which takes the Ikea hack that we've all been doing for years and turns it into something that's actually designed for DJs and their decks. So we thought it might be a good time to talk about this topic. As ever, if you've enjoyed this and you want more of this stuff, you can join Digital DJ Tips. It's easy, go to that link there. Not only will I give you a copy of our book, the #1 bestseller on Amazon on how to DJ, rock the dance floor, but also we'll give you our gear guide, which has just been updated for 2022. But more importantly, you'll become a member of Digital DJ Tips. It's free. You will get our weekly email newsletter called Tuesday Tips, which is the sister newsletter to this Tuesday Tips live broadcast, which will give you reviews, features, news, mixes from our DJs, which are great, and also free lessons from our courses. So it's worth joining. One more time, there is your link. digitaldjtips.com/join. It's been a pleasure to bring you this today. I'm Phil Morse in the Digital DJ Tips studio. Join me again on Thursday for our Any Questions at the same time, 3 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. London, 10 a.m. Eastern. And then next week we'll be back for Tuesday Tips Live with another topic and another free lesson. But meanwhile, from me in the studio, get good, Get out there, make the moments, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.